Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And what you're watching right now is a daily video series that follows the exact same framework. I always start out by answering your questions. This means that you can ask any question that you might have down below in the comment section, and then I'll answer your question in tomorrow's video. Then I run you through business stats, which is this sheet that I've filled out for exactly 100 days in a row now, which tracks the social growth of my channels, but also the growth of my business, so cash, revenue, and costs. Then I run you through my to-do list, so what I do every single day to move the needle within my business. And then last but not least, I do some live strategy and how I'm planning to get to $1 million a year in personal profit, only taking client calls 3 days a week and operating my business at 85% margins. So this right here is my daily updates channel. And what I always do is that I head into community and then I find a question or a comment that I haven't interacted with, and then I basically just answer it. So for example, this one from a very long name, YouTube SEO specialist, that's what I can say. It's like, I'm a regular viewer of yours. I've subbed to your channel. I like your videos very much. Best wishes to you. Thank you, bro. Then we have Leo saying, hey bro, what are your thoughts on guarantees? Are you completely against them? This is a really good question, bro. Let's see. So first of all, why do we have a guarantee sometimes? Why do people have a guarantee? Well, a guarantee kind of like makes up for the lack of trust, right? So like this random stranger on the internet guarantees me results. And if I don't get the promised outcome that this guy is talking about, then I'll get my money back, or the guy will work with me for free until I do, or whatever it might be, right? So the guarantee is kind of like there to build the trust and bridge the gap between stranger and whatever consultant, guru, whatever you want to call the person, agency. It doesn't have to be a negative connotation towards it, don't worry. But it's basically there to like be there for the lack of trust, right? I personally don't have a guarantee because I do not want to work with people who are there for a guarantee. I want to work with people who are there because of me. And I also completely honest, and this is not for like an ego or arrogant thing, it's like I don't feel like I need a guarantee anymore because I've proven my worth for my own businesses by doing more than $3 million in revenue with my own coaching and consulting offers, agency as well. And my clients right now, when they started with me, they were doing 150k a month in combined MRR, and now my clients are doing close to 700k a month in MRR, which means that from working with me, they've added like around 500k, right? A little bit more. Of course, not directly contributed to my advice or whatever. Again, it's very important for me to say that my clients are incredibly talented and they would probably have scaled their business no matter what. I was just there to make sure that they didn't make the same mistakes as I, right? So back to your guarantees, bro. So I think that there's an argument of like, well, if you believe so much in your service, then why don't you have a guarantee since you're so confident, right? And I think this is very much if you sell a system of like, hey, this ads formula will get you X until output, certain outcome. But it's still there to kind of like lack of trust. It's there to keep that. So I think, bro, what you never want to do is that you never want to communicate your guarantee front end, right? Because this is your funnel. And up here are the people that don't know you that like enter your ecosystem and your funnel. If all of these people are there because of your guarantee, then you'll get people in your funnel that is only there because of the security of working with your guarantee and not you. So I think what you want to do is that if you have a guarantee, that's completely fine. Again, that this is a question of business philosophy. You don't want to communicate it front end because you'll only get guarantee-driven people down, and then they'll end up as your clients, right? I think what you want to do is that on the front end, you want to communicate the problems you solve, what you've done for others, what you've done for yourself, all of these things. And then if you get a prospect on the sales call that is the perfect fit, right? So like amazing prospect, either for cash in terms of like deal size, but also for like the case study of your company that will bring in 10x the value over time by working with this client, then you can maybe consider adding in a guarantee just for them, right? Maybe it's just like, remember, when you do guarantees, make sure that, of course, that there is conditions on your end. So like if you don't get to certain outcome within certain time frame, you get certain guarantee. But make sure there's also conditions on the client's end, because a lot of people forget that. It's like when you do a guarantee, make sure that the person and the client that you're bringing on board has to do specific things in order to be eligible for the guarantee, right? Very important. A lot of people forget that. So I think how the guarantee is used is that you never communicate it, but you use it on sales calls as like a backhand, as like an last resort objection handling methodology to like push people over the line if they are the right fit and if it's worth your time, energy, and effort for maybe risking money back, work with the person for free. The guarantee that I will never do guarantees again, but if I were to do one, I would do, if you don't see certain outcome within certain days, I will personally work with you until you get to said outcome, because it only hurts your time and not the money, which is important because you should never run a charity business. So yeah, bro, that's how I would use guarantees if I were to. I don't want to, but I'm also in a blessed position. So I think, let's say that I was a new person getting started in online business, then maybe I would use a guarantee more to get the right people in as my case study clients, because yeah, I might burn some boats in terms of like a relationship with a client because like I promised too much, but it would be an incredible learning in the early stages. So now I'm against them in a sense of communicating them and pushing it front end. I would never communicate it, but I also do think that they can work in the right framing, in the right sense. So I think that's my answer to you, bro, in terms of how to use guarantees and my philosophy towards them. So good luck if you want to use some guarantees. Marcus asks, hey Fred, I'm 18 and I've wanted to start a social media marketing agency for a while, but I don't know where to start. I've already have the ads part sorted as I've been editing ads for a year now. Nice, bro. So very nice that you want to get into business. I think start by identifying a problem that your market has, bro, and then make your offer should be like a solution to the problem. And then all you want to focus your time on is just client acquisition. So just do outreach, bro. You just want to get that first client. All right. So don't overthink it, bro. Find a problem that the market has, figure out a solution for it, and then just get your first client. Like do everything that it takes so that you can get that first client. All right. That's the main thing. And then learn a lot of stuff from that first client. Learn what works, learn what doesn't. And yeah, then you're basically good, bro. So I wish you all the best. Good luck with that. Then we have Muksek here saying, another fake guru alert. I bet he will start selling courses soon. Consulting is a dead business in 2025, since a lot of people are now educated about how scammy it is. Interesting. So I think, bro, he will probably not watch this, let's be honest, but I think this is a very, very bad mindset to have towards online education, online business. I think it's very natural to why you have this kind of like thought process towards it, because there is a lot of bad stuff out there, don't get me wrong, and it's good to be very critical based on the things that you hear on the internet, and I can understand where your anger kind of comes from when a blonde guy like me pops up and saying, hey, I make 400 grand a year from consulting people and running an online business. I totally get that, bro. But I think always do your research on people. I do feel like that I've done my fair share to build a good reputation online by sharing my personal numbers and client wins for more than almost 3 years now. But yeah, I still respect where it's kind of coming from, and I don't respect a comment like that, but I definitely understand where the comment comes from. So maybe you've had a bad experience, brother, but I also want to say and really emphasize that consulting, courses, online education is going nowhere. We've only just started seeing the effects of how powerful online education is, and consulting and these kind of things, if you have a really, really good intention, and if you actually have something that brings value to people that actually helps them, right? Like I have a good business because my clients have a good business. Like that's why they keep paying me. That's why people pay me. That's why people stick around, these kind of things, right? It's like they see monetary gains and a positive return of investment from working with me. And that's why I have a good business. It's because I help my clients with their businesses and their problems. And that's the only way that I can kind of survive, right? So I think, bro, if you're watching this, I wish you all the best, and I hope that you can like broaden up your mindset a little bit towards online education or business or whatever you want to call it. I think keep your critical sense, but make sure that it's not the roadblock for you that is like standing in the way of getting to where you want to be. You don't have to run a business, man. Like business is not for everyone, and that's totally fine. There's no right or wrong. The only thing that matters in this world is that you do something with your life that genuinely gives you good feedback and pleasure, and like you enjoy what you're doing. For me, it's my business because I've designed a business that supports all the things that I enjoy. And I'm very fortunate to be in a position like that. And if a job fulfills all of those things for you watching this, then get a job. Don't listen to these people calling you brokies for not making 10K a month, or like, fuck these people, just do you. All right, no more questions or insults. Let's run it up with business stat, which is the next thing here, is that I fill out this sheet right here. So let me zoom in so that you can actually see something. There we go. So my daily updates channel is currently sitting on 471 subscribers. And my main YouTube channel is currently at 6,496. So it's been on the same for 3 days in a row, which is all good. Instagram, 20, like this. And daily updates, very good. For revenue and cash, I'll show you. This is my payment processor WAP. We can update it. Very nice. So yesterday you can see was 2,339. So I'll put that in. And then I paid $70 for Notion. There we go. I've realized that every time that I copy paste something, on my OBS I've put V, the letter, for like full screen. So that's why I need to fix that. Sorry. I just realized something. Very nice. So nice. For the month, we're currently at 41K in cash and 54K in revenue. But yeah, month will slow down now because, again, I'm not bringing on any new clients. So I've collected most of the cash for this month now. So that's completely fine. It's not the focus. The focus is the product, which is what I'm spending the majority of my time building. So yeah, what I did today was that I had client calls. It's Monday, so I always have a group call with my community, and then I had 5 one-on-ones with my clients. I have bi-weekly calls with all of the people in my mentorship, which I host Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I had a status call with my marketing agency, which was very good. So yeah, that's what I did. And in the morning, I just wrote on my program and hit the gym, so it's very good. Now I'll have some dinner and then I'll hit the sauna. So today has been a pretty good day, not gonna lie. For strategy, interesting one. Maybe touch back to like the guaranteed stuff. I think it's a really good conversation because it kinda leans a little bit more into something bigger than just a guarantee, which is like your whole marketing, communication, and kind of like the things that you're known for. Because I think a lot of people, they rely heavily on their offer and their guarantee and the strength of the offer, because that's what they've read in 100 Million Offers by Homosi, and that's what they see everyone doing. And it's like, get X amount of appointments, get X amount of money in a very short period of time, or you get your money back. And like, I think the market is becoming a little bit tired of these promises, because we get exposed to so many offers all day long, right? We open up our Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, and all we see is like ads and promises from people running the same kind of ads. And 2 years ago, it was very interesting with like, holy wow, this guy's is literally guaranteeing success, or we get our money back. Let me see what he's talking about, But now it's like people are numb towards it because they know that it might not be it, or there's like. So I think there's a lot more longevity, and your business will really, really thank you for implementing this mindset towards, let's take acquisition a little bit slower and then actually focus on bringing a lot of value to our potential clients through content, showing yourself as an authority that can fix your audience's problem by showing them what you're already doing. Show, don't tell. So all of my marketing is just me showing my followers and my audience what I'm doing for myself or for my clients. And I don't promise people anything. And yet people are very drawn towards working with me because they see the things that I'm good at and the things that I do for clients. So it's not so much about, hey, I'll guarantee you 30 appointments. It's more so like, hey, this client came to me at 30K and then I tweaked the sales journey. I added a low or high ticket offer. I turned on these retargeting ad creatives. I implemented this higher. And then in 60 days, the client is now doing 45K with better margins. So it's like it shows competence from what I'm doing in actual real time. And then people respect that way more than a guarantee, because they're like, real competence is more trustworthy than empty promises over here. It takes a lot longer time over here for people to build trust and understand your philosophy and what is a digital coffee shop and what kind of people are you working with and how are you doing this. It takes a lot longer time for people to understand this side of the table, where it's like, okay, I pay you 10K, and if I don't make 10K in the next 30 days, I get my 10K back. Sounds like a good deal, you know. That is very easy to understand, but it also attracts the wrong people that are very short-term minded, whereas I work with people that are very long-term minded. And then the funny thing in business happens, it's that when you are very long-term minded and do long-term activities in your business, you actually make a lot more money short-term. It's kind of a paradox, but it's kind of fun. So I wanted to end that here in this video in terms of it's okay to have a little bit of a slower acquisition process, because it typically comes like a more honest and slow acquisition process. It typically comes with better clients that has a better understanding of who you are and what you've done and how to work with you. And they will typically get better results, which feeds into better case studies and testimonials and referrals, which then feeds into better acquisition and more profit for your business, which is kind of cool. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow.